So we're going to talk today about breathing, and if you read through your PDF that was included, you will already understand why breathing is so important to us. But we're just going to focus on going through the steps and the exercises that you need to be able to start getting your breath to function better for you. So all you're going to do first is you're just going to sit in a comfortable place. You can sit in a chair. I'm just sitting on one of our raised mats today, but you want to be somewhere where you can sit comfortably and not feel like your back is under strain or stress. So you're just going to sit, you're going to close your eyes, and you're just going to focus on your breathing. And you're going to focus on where that breathing goes. So some of us breathe into our neck and shoulders. Some of us are just belly breathers. Some of us will be able to feel our rib cage open and close. So it just depends on you. But the important part of being able to change our breathing pattern is first understanding what's happening with our breathing now. So just take a couple of seconds. You can hit pause on the video and just focus on where your breath goes, whether it's that shoulders, ribs, or into your belly. Once you've figured that out, then we're going to start working on your pelvic floor. And for most of us, we've been taught over the years to just clench those muscles. And in reality, that muscle should have an awful lot of ebb and flow to it. It should be able to release and it should be able to contract up again, the same as all the other muscles in your body. So this is like doing a Kegel, and most of us that have had children at one point or another were taught how to do Kegels. But it should have a release and a lift factor to it that coincides with your breath. So to find your Kegel or to find your pelvic floor, all you're going to do is just lean forward slightly on the chair that you're sitting on so that you can shift your weight to the front of your pelvis. And when you do that, you should be able to feel that pressure just in or just behind your pubic bone. And then if you just imagine for a second that there's a kidney bean on your chair right underneath your pubic bone, you're going to just very slowly pick that kidney bean up, and then you're going to very slowly release it back down again. So this shouldn't be a clenching movement. It should be a gentle lift and a gentle release, kind of like a tide coming in and out. So when you inhale, you should actually be able to feel that muscle set the kidney bean down. And then as you exhale, you should feel it gently draw back up and in again. Okay, so you're going to practice that a few times. Again, if you need to, hit pause on the video and then come back and we'll teach you the next portion and the next muscle that you need to be able to find. For those of you that have already found it, we're just going to move and we're going to lay down onto the floor, onto a mat, whatever you have handy. If there's any pressure in your neck whatsoever, you're going to take some pillows and put them underneath your head so that your neck feels relaxed. And if you're feeling pressure in your low back, then you can lay your legs over top of a pillow just to take the pressure out of your low back. So we're going to find your transverse muscle, and so your transverse really connects everything from your spine all the way around. It's like your internal corset. So you're going to take your fingertips and you're going to find your hip bones. And just inside your hip bones here, it's kind of squishy, okay, and it's supposed to be. So when you do a just nice gentle cough, you can see that my belly pops up. And what I feel underneath my fingers is my belly popping up. And that's my transverse kicking in. So to get that muscle to engage on its own, you're going to keep your fingers here, and you're going to think of pulling your belly away from your fingertips. And what you should feel underneath your fingers is like somebody just stretched a band of saran wrap across your hips, or maybe that they tightened a seatbelt across your hips. And you should feel just like this very tiny pop and tighten underneath your fingers. So when you breathe, that muscle should expand and stretch a little bit. And then as you exhale, it should contract and pull back in. So you're going to try to combine using your transverse and using your pelvic floor muscles at the same time. So as you inhale, you should feel your belly expand a little. Your pelvic floor should drop, or you should feel like you're putting the kidney bean down. And then as you exhale, you should feel like you're picking the kidney bean back up and then getting a little tightening across your hip bones. So take a few minutes and try and practice that part of the exercise, and then come back and we'll move on to the rib cage. So once you practice that, you're going to add the rib cage portion into your breathing pattern. So you're going to take your hands and you're going to put them on your rib cage. And as you breathe in, you should feel your rib cage rise up and out. And as you exhale, you should be able to feel your rib cage close back down and in. So you've kind of got this cylinder between your rib cage and your hips, and you want to maintain that cylinder as part of your breathing. So it's a cylinder of breath. So as you inhale, you should actually be able to feel your rib cage move. The air will fill into the back and sides of the rib cage. And then as you exhale, you should be able to feel the ribs gently close back down and in towards the hips. So some people will get some cramping in their upper back when they start to do this movement. If you're getting cramping, it just means that you're jamming into your ribs to try and get them to move. So if that happens, stop, reset, and just allow the movement to gradually start to increase for you. Once you've figured out the rib cage portion, you're going to put it all together, and you're going to do all of those things at the same time. So as you inhale, you should feel your ribs open up and out. Your belly should expand just a little bit, and you should feel that kidney bean being put down or gently placed on the floor. As you exhale, you want to feel the kidney bean lift back up. You want to feel a gentle tightening across the hip bones, and you want to feel the rib cage gently close down and in. So if you put all of those pieces together, the really neat thing is that you'd have about 18,000 abdominal contractions in a day, and that's awesome. Not only that, but you feel a difference in how you move because your rib cage will move more freely, and you'll feel a big release of tension through the rest of your spine. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you practice a lot, and we'll see you in the next video.